For more on the most buzzable moments from March Madness, I'm joined by BuzzFeed President John Steinberg. John, I'm sure Stephen Elop of Nokia was not the only person throwing a phone over the last 24 hours. Just based on what's happening in that tourney, what's the most important thing to know about social media and March Madness?
Well, I have something for both you, John, and something for Emily. So for you, one of our data analysts, Jake Levy, did a mining of 15 years of NCAA basketball and found out some little tricks based on animals, so it's perfect for BuzzFeed. If you know nothing about basketball, reptile mascots beat mammal mascots 70% of the time. And if there's a human mascot and it happens to be an evil mascot will win 70% of the time as well. So those are some little tricks for people who don't know basketball.
Okay. Speaking of the business of BuzzFeed itself, you guys decided that you're going to get into covering business. Tell us about, does that mean we are rivals now?
I think we'll do it in our own kind of special BuzzFeed way. We hired Peter Lauria, coming to us from Reuters, to cover the business of media and technology. And already the jokes on the internet are starting to come out. There was a whole hashtag, BuzzFeed Business, which was flying across the web, and 13 cats that looked like CEOs, and top earnings call autocorrects. I think it's all very funny. You know, there was a lot of jokes when we went into politics. People said that Ben Smith, our political editor, would be asking the president what his favorite honey badger mashup was. So we see the jokes now. Who knows where we'll be in business coverage in a very short period of time.
Well, for those who are used to traditional media, what is the most compelling stat you can tell us about the business behind BuzzFeed?
Well, the most compelling stat that I can tell you is really about the kind of traffic that we're getting. 70 or 80% of our traffic now to BuzzFeed is coming from social sources. So we really view ourselves as the leading social publisher, and that goes for our branded content and our advertising content as well. We're all about getting branded content. We don't run any banners on BuzzFeed shared. And our average branded content advertiser is getting about 30% of the traffic to their content. That could be GE or Toyota or Samsung as a result of social traffic. So social is really integral to what we're doing, and now we're expanding that out to other sites. We're starting to run our own native social headline units, our own social advertising ad network on sites like Fark, Deal Breaker, The All, and we're going to expand that quite a bit. So BuzzFeed advertising is now going to go all across the social web.
Really quickly, speaking of social, Twitter had a birthday this week. It's 7th. What do you think about the business behind Twitter?
I think Twitter is dramatically outperforming everybody's expectations. To look back 7 years, to look at where we are now, where they're, at 200 million active users. I don't think anybody could have predicted that a few years ago. They put out a video kind of showing over the past 7 years all the major historic moments that they've been in. We ran it on our site as well. And I think it speaks to the fact that Twitter is the new modern newswire for everything from, the plane in the Hudson to the Arab Spring, having kind of a fundamental movement in the way that people discover information in real time. And now they're really monetizing that as well. It's a must-go for advertisers who want to do real-time advertising. So I think it's been a dramatic 7 years for them.
All right, and I think you just had a birthday too, so a happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Don. I appreciate that.
Of BuzzFeed. Emily, back over to you.
Birthdays everywhere. Thank you, John. As we head to break, we just want to remind you of the big change starting on Monday. We're adding a brand new early hour of Bloomberg West. We'll hear from Twitter CEO Dick Costolo and